Good morning children. Welcome back to online class, history class. So I am teaching that fourth lesson. It's a continuation today. Okay, so the topic is the world after World War II. The world after World War II. Under this lesson, what are the things I taught in the sense under that 4.1 is under the 4.1 Chinese Revolution. Is under that 4.1 Chinese Revolution I taught. Is the Chinese Revolution, which year it was occurred in the sense 1911 it was occurred. Okay, 1911. Yes, under that, regarding Ma Zedong, Dr. Sun Yat-sen, yes, then Chu En-lai, yes, Yuan Shike, yes, those personalities and all I explained. Okay, children. Yes, so under that 4.2, what are the things I explained in the sense Cold War. Yes, so Cold War between United States of America and the Union Soviet Socialist Republic, that is Russia. Okay, so regarding that I told, then I explained, then Truman's policy of containment of communism. Okay, so that Marshall Plan I explained. Under that 4.3, many that military alliances. Okay, many military alliances in the sense of NATO I explained. Is it, children? Yes, a NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization I explained. Then CETO in the sense, what is the meaning? Manila Pact I explained. Is it Manila Pact I explained? Then Manila Pact I explained. Then in the year 1954, like that I explained, I think so, CETO. Then Warsaw Pact, whose pact in the sense Russian's pact, okay, against the United States of America. Then what I explained in the sense CENTO is a Central Treaty Organization, otherwise called as Baghdad Pact, like that I explained in the year 1955. Is it? So under these are the military alliances which is given under that 4.3. Okay. So under that 4.4, what is given in the sense Korean War? Yes, so the Korean War explained, I think so. Yes, North Korea and South Korea. Then moreover, third world countries in the sense capitalist countries known as first world countries, that is United States of America. Second one that communist countries. Yes, communist countries are called as second world countries. Okay, so that is the next one. Third world countries, who are they in the sense? Those who are following the non-alignment policy. Yes, they were known as third world countries, like that I said. Is it, children? Yes. The next one, under that 4.5, our country is India, it's following non-alignment policy, non-alignment movement. So who are they? Yes, Yugoslavia. Yes, some countries are there. Is it is Yugoslavia, India, yes, then Egypt, in Ghana, yes, Indonesia. Those countries, they were following the policy of non-alignment. Yes, such a way I explained. Then under that 4.6, Cuban Revolution is a Cuban Missile Crisis and all. I explained under that only Fidel Castro we learned. Is it? Then under that 4.7, Arab-Israeli War. Yes, Arab-Israeli War, Suez Canal Crisis, those things and all I explained. Arab-Israeli War in the year 1973 till that, I explained, I think so. Then today, I'm going to teach about that 4.8, that Vietnam War is Vietnam War, and then 4.9 it is given, European Economic Community is European Economic Community. So those things that I am going to explain, children, today 4.8 as well as 4.9. You can take your book, all of you, yes, page number 47, you can take it, children. Okay, this is not a essay, Vietnam War, but essay, it's 4.9 is the essay. So you should learn. Okay, so that answer. Okay, children. Okay, under that 4.8, what are the things are given? I am going to tell children. You can take your book, all of you. Vietnam War. Yes, so after the completion of the Second World War, here it is given by the end of the Second World War, like that it is given. Yes, when it was over, Second World War, 1945, it was over. Is it? So after the completion of the Second World War, I told already, yes, two superpowers emerged. Yes, after the completion of the Second World War, two superpowers emerged. Yes, who are they in the sense? United States of America as well as Russia. Yes, the two of them, in between them, Cold War started after the completion of the World War. Cold War, what is the meaning in the sense? They never ever waged war. Okay, they never ever take weapons, but ideologically, socially, politically, they had a difference of opinion. Yes, that is called as Cold War. Okay, so Cold War also, it was there. So that time only, which war was happened, which war was occurred in the sense Vietnam War. Yes, Vietnam War, nearly 20 years it was occurred. Okay, nearly 20 years it was occurred, children. Yes, so which year to which year in the sense? 1955 it was started. Yes, 1955 it was started. Yes, till 1975. Yes, till 1975. Yes, Vietnam War. Yes, the duration it is not given in your book, children. 1955 it was started till 1975. Nearly 20 years it was occurred in between United States of America as well as the Russia. Okay, regarding Vietnam. Okay, regarding Vietnam. So that's the thing, children. Okay, here what is given in the sense, after the completion of the Second World War, Viet Minh is the organization, otherwise party like that also we can take. Okay, Viet Minh controlled the northern half of Vietnam. Okay, after the completion of the Second World War, Viet Minh, that's the name of the organization, is which was in Vietnam. Okay, it was controlled northern part of Vietnam. Okay, so Viet Minh, that's the name of the organization, otherwise party. It formed a government led by Ho Chi Minh. Okay, Ho Chi Minh, where in the sense Hanoi. Yes, this Viet Minh government quickly occupied the southern part of Vietnam also. Initial stage, it had a control over the, the northern Vietnam alone. Yes, so finally, later, what happened, the Viet Minh party, otherwise Viet Minh government, yes, Viet Minh government, what they did in the sense, they were occupied the southern part of Vietnam also. Okay, so that time, what happened in the sense, Japan, okay, Japan was occupied Indo-China. Okay, Japan occupied Indo-China. Yes, so they have to, Japan occupied Indo-China, no? So that time, the Allied powers, okay, Allied powers in the sense Britain, France, yes, those countries, Britain, France, United States of America, those countries are called as Allied powers. They were decided at Potsdam, okay, that the British in the south and the Chinese in the north. Okay, British in the south, in the sense, what is that? Japanese, they were captured Japan. Okay, after the completion of the Second World War, Japan was under the control of Allied powers. Okay, already Japan, it had a Indo-China. So they have to divide Indo-China into two, among whom? Britain and China. Britain and China. Yes, so that was there. Okay, so but Ho Chi Minh, had established his control, yes, over Indo-China strongly, firmly, in the sense, what is the meaning? Strongly. Okay, so Japan, surrendered. Okay, Japan surrendered. Otherwise, Japan was totally defeated after the completion of the Second World War. It had Indo-China. Okay, so they were the Allied powers. What they did, they have to share Indo-China. Yes, they had to share Indo-China, yes, among themselves. So that's what it was happened, children. But Ho Chi Minh, what he did in the sense, he established his whole control. Strongly he established his control over Indo-China. So this was the reason, children. Okay, so in the year 1946 it was happened. So the British as well as the Chinese troops had to withdraw. Yes, so they were, the both of them, the British as well as China, later, they were withdraw from Indo-China. Okay, so the French people as well as Viet Minh, let them fight with each other, confront with each other, in the sense they let them fight with each other, like that they were thought, and then they came out. Who? Britain as well as China. Yes, Britain as well as China. So that's the thing, it is given here, children. Okay, see, Ho Chi Minh had established his control over Indo-China very firmly in the sense strongly. So in the year, in the year 1946 it was happened. Okay, the British people as well as Chinese troops had withdrawn from Indo-China. So they left to whom? French as well as Viet Minh, let them fight with each other, like that they came out. Okay, so in March month, two governments in the sense French government as well as Viet Minh government reached an agreement. Okay, reached an agreement. What was the agreement in the sense? North Vietnam, they got independence. They had given the independence to whom? North Vietnamese. Okay, so within an Indo-Chinese federation, but they should be under the control of the Indo-China. Okay, so it's a thing. Then, what happened in the sense, in the year 1949, yes, in the year 1949, the French people, make, attempted, what is the meaning in the sense, make an attempt to complete, okay, make an attempt to complete to secure the support of the population. So what is the meaning in the sense here? In order to get the support from the people. Okay, otherwise in order to get the people's support, the French government, they were declared. Okay, so the French government, what they did? In order to get the people's support, the French government, they declared Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia independent within the French Union, but they should be under the French control, but they became independent. Okay, so they like that, they declared, French people declared Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, those countries, those states, they became independent. But within the French Union, what are the things are there in the sense of foreign affairs as well as the defense, it should be under the French control. They got independence, Laos, Cambodia as well as Vietnam, they declared independence. Okay, they declared independence, but foreign affairs of those countries as well as the defense of those countries should be under the control of France. So likewise they told. Okay, so that's the thing. Then the French people, okay, while the French, were receiving concern. So that time, what is given in the sense here? The French people, they got a French government, they got a support from United States of America. Okay, aid like that it is given. Is it aid in the sense? What is the meaning? Financial aid in the sense, money. Okay, so they received the money help from America. So the Viet Minh, yes, the Viet Minh is the name of the organization, otherwise party. It's helped by the New China. At the same time, the Viet Minh party, yes, the Viet Minh party supported by whom in the sense a new Chinese communist government. Okay, sorry. Here what is given in the sense, children, what is given in the sense, the French government, they were receiving the support from the United States of America. At the same time, the Viet Minh party, yes, Viet Minh organization, otherwise a party, it was helped by the new Chinese communist government. Okay, so here, the French troops, were eventually defeated. They used to get the financial help from America, even though it was defeated. So that time, the Geneva Conference was conducted in the year 1954. Yes, Geneva Conference was conducted in the 1954. That met on Korea, and Indochina decided that Vietnam was to be an independent state. Okay, so Indochina, what they did now, the Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, and all, they got independence, but they are control everything. It should be under that French control, like that I said. Is it now? France also was defeated. Okay, so Indochina decided that Vietnam was to be an independent state, but temporarily divided. Vietnam was independent, it became an independent, but it was divided into two. Okay, so North Vietnam as well as South Vietnam. North Vietnam, who had a control in the sense, Viet Minh. Okay, Viet Minh had a control over northern part of Vietnam. At the same time, in the southern part, Bao Dai, it's the name of the person. This person only was the head of the government of South Vietnam. Okay, so Cambodia, Laos and all, again, independent. Okay, Cambodia, Laos independent, but Vietnam was divided into two. Yes, the northern part of Vietnam was under the control of the Viet Minh party. At the same time, southern part of Vietnam was under the control of Bao Dai. Okay, like that they were shared. Okay, so with a population of 16 million, okay, 16 million populations were there in the North Vietnam. It became a communist state with the Ho Chi Minh as a president. Okay, so this one, already just before only I told, I think so, North Vietnam, it was helped by communist China, like that, new communist regime, like that I said, is it? So South Vietnam, approximately the same size and population. It was ruled by Ngo Dinh Diem. Okay, so how to pronounce this one? Ngo Dinh Diem. So at the same time, North Vietnam, it was supported by the communist state. At the same time, here who was the ruler in the sense, Ngo Dinh Diem. Yes, so here in the South Vietnam, later it was helped by United States of America. Okay, United States of America. So the government's, the government's survival in South Vietnam dependent on increasing amounts of US. See, just before I told, the South Vietnam, it was helped by United States of America. Okay, so in the year 90, the war was going on in between, the Vietnam, in between the Vietnam as well as the United States of America. It's a Cold War. Okay, Cold War, they did not take any weapons, but now it's a condition, totally changed in the year 1965. Marines in the sense ships. Okay, ships, landed at Da Nang. Okay, Da Nang naval base, and there were 33,500 US troops, United States of America troops, how much in the sense 33,500 US troops in the country within a month. So the number, increased nearly 2,10,000 by the end of the year. The US people, what they did in the sense, they were bombed both north as well as South Vietnam. Okay, now both North as well as South Vietnam. So what they thought in the sense, initial stage, that American people, they were totally demolished, otherwise distracted the liberation forces. Totally they were distracted the liberation forces of Vietnam to abandon the struggle. So the fighters of northern Vietnam, they were trained in guerrilla affair. Guerrilla in the sense, what is that? They used to hide and then attack. Okay, hidden attack. So that is called as guerrilla warfare. Had grown out of spontaneous struggle against the repressive regime. Okay, regime in the sense of rule. Okay, so they sustained their resistance without bowing to the United States of America. So they did not bow their head towards the United States of America. The American troops also used bacteriological weapons. Bacteriological weapons in the sense like coronavirus, that they used to spread the viruses. Yes, such a weapons, bacteriological weapons and all they used. Moreover, incendiary bombs such as napalm, yes, napalm and Agent Orange. So with the help of these bombs, what they did in the sense, they distracted the total forest cover. Yes, total forest cover. Vast areas of Vietnam were devastated, totally demolished, otherwise distracted, and hundreds of thousands of people were killed. So the American forces also, lot of, casualties are there. Yes, too many people, they were suffered, they were died, they got a injury. Yes, so both sides, destructions are there. Okay, so here, it is given American bombing of northern Vietnam. Yes, now American bombing of northern Vietnam. Yes, air strikes were there. Okay, so that's the thing. Then early part of, yes, page number 47, it is given, children. Early part of 1975. Yes, 1975, this war, took a decisive turn. Yes, a significant turn. Decisive in the sense, what is the meaning? Decisive in the sense, significant turn. The armies of both North Vietnam and of the National Liberation Front of South Vietnam swept in the sense clean across the country. Okay, North Vietnam forces as well as South Vietnam forces, totally it was swept across the country, routing the American supported troops of South Vietnam. Okay, so South Vietnam, it was supported by America, like that I said, is it? So by 30th April 1975, all the American troops had withdrawn and the capital of South Vietnam, Saigon, was liberated. Saigon in the sense, it's the capital of South Vietnam. Okay, so it was liberated. Northern as well as South Vietnam were formally united as a one country in the year 1976. See, the big country America, it got a defeat from the hands of a small country Vietnam. Okay, so nearly 20 years it was occurred. So initial stage it was a Cold War. Okay, so the American government, they need to capture Vietnam under their control. But Vietnam, it was divided into two, North Vietnam as well as South Vietnam. North Vietnam it was supported by communist ideas. Communist countries, Russia, China, those countries were supported. At the same time, the southern part of Vietnam, it was supported by United States of America. Okay, finally, America got a defeat from the hands of the small country Vietnam. Yes, in the year 1976, it was united. North Vietnam as well as South Vietnam was united as a one country. Okay, the city of Saigon was renamed as, it's very, very important, children. As the city of Saigon was renamed as Ho Chi Minh City after the great leader of Vietnamese people. Okay, so Ho Chi Minh City, it is given here. Yes, Ho Chi Minh's statue also, it is given here, children. Okay, it's renamed. Saigon was renamed as Ho Chi Minh City after the great leader of the Vietnamese people. So the emergence of Vietnam as a independent as well as united. Yes, United Nation was a heroic event. Okay, it's a great event. A small country, yes, Vietnam was a small country. It got it got a support. It got a victory. Succeeded in winning independence and unification in the face of the armed opposition of the greatest power in the world. So the help given to Vietnam by a socialist countries. So who are the socialist countries supported in the sense of Russia as well as China was supported, yes, as well as they got a support from Asia as well as African countries, and the solidarity expressed by the peoples in all parts of the world helped in achieving this. So Vietnam, they got a independence. They got a independence. They were united themselves in one country. Okay, so in the year 1976 it was happened. Nearly 20 years struggled this one. Initial stage, the Americans, they did not take any weapons. Both side, they did not take any weapons, but the initial, that later part, they had took weapons. The war was there. Nearly 20 years struggle during the time of the Cold War. So otherwise, after the completion of the Second World War. Okay, so this was occurred, children. The next what is given in the sense, the next what is given, this is not a essay, children. Okay, so now 4.9 is given. Yes, European Union. European Union is very, very important. Essay and essay answer, children. It's very important answer. Towards European Union. Okay, towards European Union, the main aim of that European Union was that integrate. Yes, integrate. What is the meaning in the sense? Unite. Okay, united. Otherwise, joined. Yes, which countries and all have to join in the sense Western European countries, they have to join against United States of America. Okay, against United States of America, against Russia, those European countries, other European countries, they had a, they had a treaty. Okay, they had a treaty, they had an organization, so that is called as European Union. Yes, so here it is given, children, one of the momentous decision taken in the post-war second. As post-war in the sense after the completion of the Second World War. So that era was to integrate in the sense join, to unite the states of Western Europe. In doing so, the Europeans wanted, yes, what are the things they have to do in the sense to prevent, so they have to prevent further European wars. Yes, so many wars they were faced. First World War as well as Second World War. Under that, many sub wars were there. Okay, so these wars and all they have to prevent. Okay, by ending the rivalry in the sense conflict in between France and Germany. Okay, so that's the first one. Then second one, to create united Europe. Okay, to resist any threat from Soviet Russia. Sorry, resist in the sense, withstand. Yes, they have to withstand. United, they have to, other European countries, they have to withstand against the threat of the USSR. Okay, Union Soviet Socialist Republic, otherwise called as Soviet Russia. Okay, so third one, what is given in the sense, to form a third force in the sense, the first country in the sense USA, like that they are telling. Communist country, the second, Russia, like that they are telling. Yes, a third country is a third balance, they need. Yes, so to form a third force in the world to counterbalance the strength of the United States of America. Okay, and USSR. Okay, so then fourth one, to make full use of economic and military resources of Europe by organizing them on a continental scale. Okay, so in the year May month 1949, yes, 10 countries, they met in London and signed to form a Council of Europe. Nearly 10 countries, in the year 1949, they met in London and they were signed to form a Council of Europe. Okay, the Council of Europe, its headquarters where it is in the sense Strasbourg. Okay, Strasbourg was established with a committee of foreign ministers of member countries and a consultative assembly drawn from the parliaments of the foreign countries. So what for in the sense Council of Europe? In order to integrate, okay, in order to unite the countries of Western Europe against United States of America as well as Soviet Russia. Okay, so that's the thing. The next one, European
coal and steel community. Coal and steel community. See here it is given European Defence Committee and the European Coal and Steel Community were established. Okay, so both established. How many countries participated in the sense? So 6 countries participated. 6 countries participated. Okay, so who are they in the sense? France. Okay, West Germany, Italy, Belgium, Holland and Luxembourg. So these are the countries participated. They were belonging to the European Coal and Steel Community, signed the Treaty of Rome. Okay, they were signed the Treaty of Rome, which established the European Economic Community or the European Economic Common Market. Common currency. Their currency was called as euro. Yes, euro. Okay, with the headquarters at Brussels. Okay, Brussels, where it is in the sense Belgium. Okay, then European Economic Community. European Economic Community, totally it was eliminated. Eliminated in the sense totally it was reduced. Totally to abolished the barriers. Yes, தடைகள். Okay, barriers to the movement of goods. Okay, among the European countries, they can move, they can share their goods and commodities, services, capitals, labors, everything they can share among themselves. So that's the thing. Okay, so their barriers, that time, barriers, everything they were eliminated. Okay, barriers, everything they were eliminated. Moreover, it also prohibited public policies. Okay, prohibited, totally it was avoided, totally it was banned. That's the meaning, or private agreements that restricted market. Okay, market competition. So a single market was there, single currency was there. In the market, in their market, they can sell they can purchase their goods and commodities among the European countries. So they need not bother about United States of America as well as the Soviet Russia. So that's what this arrangement. Then a common agricultural policy and a common external trade policy were increased, otherwise evolved, otherwise originated. Yes, European common market was a remarkable success. So they need not bother about the United States of America as well as the Soviet Russia. So that's what a common market was established among the European countries. Then single European Act. Okay, single European Act, which year in the sense July. Yes, July 1st, 1987, European the single European Act was it came into force. So it expanded. Okay, it significantly expanded the European Economic Community's scope. Okay, European Economic Community's scope, giving the meetings of the European Parliament Commission a legal basis. European Parliament, it has the right to pass the laws, yes, in favor of the European countries. So it is called for more intensive coordination of foreign policy among the member countries. So according to the SEA in the sense Single European Act, each member was given multiple votes. Okay, so it's depending upon the voting right, how it is in the sense, it's depending upon the population, like that. So approval of legislation required roughly 2/3 of votes, for all members. 2/3 of votes they were expected in the approval of legislation. Legislation in the sense laws. Okay, the last one, what is given in the sense European Union. Yes, European Union. Yes, in Netherlands. Yes, Maastricht Treaty was signed. Okay, so Netherlands Treaty, otherwise called as Maastricht Treaty. Maastricht Treaty was signed on February 7, 1992. It created the European Union. One word answer, children. Yes, under which treaty? In the sense under the Maastricht Treaty, otherwise Netherlands Treaty. Okay, it was signed on February 7, 1992. It was created. Okay, it was created the European Union. The monetary policy in the sense money policy and a common currency that is euro to replace national currencies managed by common monetary institutions were subsequently planned and implemented. So same currency, single currency, like that I said, the name of the currency is euro. Okay, euro. then single market was there among themselves, among the European countries. Today, the European Union has 28 member countries. Yes, its headquarters where it is in the sense Brussels. Okay, Brussels in Belgium. Okay, so this much only, children. Is European Union, when it was established in the sense 1992, it was established. Okay, is 2001 only, which currency was introduced in the sense that euro currency was introduced. Okay, so these are the things are there, children. Yes, children, please learn. Okay, so here we can mark the questions. Okay, which one in the sense this 4.9 is 4.9 essay, second second essay, I think so. Narrate the history of transformation of Council of Europe into an European Union. Okay, Council of Europe into an European Union. So Council of Europe, is it? So page number, you can take it the same page, I think so, children. Yes, same page, I think so. Yes, yeah. That A part fully mark it. That's the Council of Europe. Council of Europe. Yes. Then European Union para fully mark it. Council of Europe. A and E para fully mark it, children. Fully mark it. A and E para fully mark it. Okay. So this much enough, children. Okay. Yes, this lesson, the question answers, everything you people marked. I have to teach 4.10. Okay, remaining everything. This lesson fully you can start learning. Okay, already in the last class, excluding essay, I asked you to learn everything. This time, including essay, everything you have to learn. This lesson fully you should be thorough. Okay, I will teach the next class, 4.10 I will teach. Okay, yes. Then one more, children, that the geography part teacher, she started the unknowingly she started that history lesson 9. Okay, but already I had completed that. Okay, so the next class onwards she will teach history lesson 10. Okay, already I had completed 9th lesson. So that's what we had a plan to teach only the 10th lesson alone. So she will teach 10th lesson alone. Okay, so after the completion of this lesson, I have one more lesson also. Okay, that is a history part 5th lesson. Okay, history part 5th lesson I have to teach after the completion of 4.10 from 4th lesson. Okay, children. Yes, children, please learn. Don't waste your time. Yes, it's very limited days are there. Okay, for the exam, learn. Okay, thank you, children.